Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name is Mo. I'm 29, working on my financial freedom journey. And if you're returning, hey friend. So in this video, we're gonna go over our, I think Q2 progress, right? January, February, March, April, May, June. Yes, Q2 progress. So that's April, May, and June. And if you're like, girl, what you talking about? What is that? Basically, it's how it sounds. It's the progress from the second quarter. So we're just going to go over April, May, and June's like income, savings, all the things. Let me show you Q1 progress. So basically, yeah, so we have the bills, like how much the bills were for that month, how much we put towards our student loans, our Roth IRA, his and hers. We stopped doing his and hers. But that was basically for my husband and I to pay for our wedding, because we did pay for it out of pocket. How much we put towards emergency fund, how much we put towards gas, how much we put towards food. And there should be an income one too. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have it on hand. But if you're like, girl, you do too much, listen. People usually have Excel sheets for this, and that's cool. I love that for you. I love to put pen to paper, just so I can see it, not just me, but my husband as well. So this is just what we do. We're just tracking our progress, tracking maybe what we need to do better, what we did do well, things like that. So that is the benefit of us doing this. 10 out of 10 recommend everybody do it. Maybe you like the numbers, maybe you don't. But regardless, it's a lesson learned, right? Maybe you learned the lesson of, ooh, I was doing pretty good at saving my money, or I was doing pretty good at paying off my student loans, or maybe, ooh, too much on food. Gas was a little higher than I thought. So it's all about just assessing ourselves, our behaviors, you know, where we put our money, and seeing what we can learn and what we can do better from that experience. So that's basically the whole gist of going over the quarters. A 10 out of 10 recommend. But also not just expenses, income. So that's what we're going to start off with. If you don't know, okay, so I'm going to write on just regular paper. Well, actually it's cardstock, but it's regular paper. And if you don't know, this is my new budgeting planner. It's just a binder I got from Target, and I got some printouts. So we're going to go through April, May, and June. Okay. So let's tap in. Also, reviewing, you know, your income, how much money you bring in, or your expenses is also a really good reason why you should be tracking your money monthly, because if you weren't tracking our money, we wouldn't be able to do this. But I did go ahead and find the actual income for Q1, so you can see what my husband brought in, what I brought in, and then what I brought in from YouTube. So to be able to see, you know, room for improvement or where we've done well. So I'm going to start off with April, because that's the first month. But before I do that, let me go ahead and just draw out this little lines and everything that I'm going to do for here. So for the first quarter, I did it in purple. If you don't know, I do write sideways. Sorry. I'm thinking pink, or let's do green, because that's where the money resides. How is the weather for you guys over there? I'm in New Orleans, I'm in Louisiana, and it's rainy, okay? Really rainy. I actually have my little ring light on, because if I didn't, the struggle would be real. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say 2024 Q2 income. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you guys can figure out, you know, your money with me, okay? We're friends. See some of the videos that I have up. I have quite a bit posted talking about student loans, savings, budgeting, all the things. Okay, so we're going to do it in green, and so that's January, February, March. So we're going to do April, May, and June, okay? APR. May, and then June. I do want there to be some space at the bottom, so I can go ahead and add the numbers together. And then I want to go ahead and draw out my lines, but I want to make sure they're straight, so I really need to get me a ruler. Okay, got a ruler, got some more pens. So I'm pretty sure this one is out. Why do I keep it? I don't know. She doesn't know. Okay, so we're just gonna do a line straight across. Hopefully it's straight, but you know, if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. April, and then we have May. Okay, and him, her, and then YouTube. So if you don't know, I do get paid a little bit from YouTube. In order to get paid from YouTube, you do have to cash out. You do have to have amount of $100 to be able to cash out. So we shall see what it's gonna be like. So him, her, and then YouTube. So I also don't get paid every month because I don't reach $100 every month. I'm grateful for what I do get, and so thank you guys for watching. Also, when I do bring in money from YouTube, that money immediately goes to student loans. So yeah. Okay, so we have him, her, and then YouTube. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off April. Again, going through our actual budget planner and going from here. So we should be able to close out every month, and this is what we're going to use for the closeout. So for the month of April, my husband brought in $4,152. I brought in $4,658, and then we got our tax return, which was $966. So maybe I should say like YouTube/other. That might help. Okay. So let me go ahead and write this out. Keep it to the side though. So for him, he brought in $4,152, and this is for April. 4,001. Oh, I write hard. 4,152. 14. For me, I brought in 4,658.67, and then this one's gonna be other, so I'm gonna write taxes. So brought in $966. Okay, so April we brought in a total of $9,776. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to May. So this one, YouTube, got paid $160.68. So got paid in May, but it was for April. I brought in $4,792.02, and then my husband brought in $4,152.04. So let's write this down. So him is first, and he brought in $4,152.04. She brought in $4,792.02, and then this one is YouTube, and put that right there, and this is $160.68. Okay, so in May the total income was $9,104.74. Now we're gonna go to June, which we have closed. Okay, so YouTube, it was actually, I think, $160, but I took out money from my high yield savings account to put money towards my student loans. So all other would be $1,000. My husband brought in I brought in $4,792. My husband brought in $4,413.83. So let's get June in order. So for June, for him, it's gonna be $4,413.83. 4,413.83. Can you guys see this? Oh yeah, you can. Okay. And then for her, which is moi, I brought in $4,792. And then this one is going to be YouTube and HYSA, high yield savings account. So that was $1,069.34. Okay. So now we add. So first we're gonna just bring all together how much he brought in, all together how much I brought in, and then all together how much YouTube is, and then we're just gonna add them all together. Okay, so my husband brought in $4,152.14 for April. Then we're gonna add that $4,152.14. Yes, then we're gonna add that plus $4,152.04. Pretty consistent. And then we're gonna add that with $4,413.83. So my husband brought in a total of $12,718. Okay. If you're wondering, like, why are the numbers kind of like these are the same, but this one isn't? So my husband works on hourly, and he also gets a commission check. So depending on how his commission check goes, it could hit different, you know? Things could be different. So he has $12,718.01 that he brought in. And then for moi, I am on salary. I don't know why. I don't know. Can't tell you. I know it's a couple cent off because the number that my salary is, it kind of doesn't equal out to an even number. But this one, I'm not sure. Okay, so we have $4,658.67. Okay, $4,658.67. And we're gonna plus $4,792.02. And then we're gonna plus $4,792. So this is a total of $14,242.69. Okay, and then we're gonna add the YouTube/other because taxes, YouTube, and high yield savings account. So we got 966 plus 160.68, and we're gonna plus $1,069.34. So now we have $2,196.02. Okay, just to compare, because that's the type of gal I am. First of all, we both have made less money. January, February, March for my husband, he brought in $14,000. So he's maybe like, because $14,200 versus $12,700. So he's a little thousand or so under. For myself, I brought in $4,500. The reason why March was such a good month though for both of us is because we got paid 3 checks in March. We get paid bi-weekly every other Friday. There's 2 months out of the year that we actually get 3 checks. So that's why this is higher. This makes so much more sense. And we don't have a 3 paycheck month in this quarter, but we will have one in August. So January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, so July, August, September, that third quarter, July, August, September, it's going to be better. Why do I have pin marks on my finger? So that makes sense. So I brought in $6,000, as did he, in the month of March. Whereas we didn't have that. But when it comes to other YouTube, I did make more money on YouTube come January because people were watching in December. But we have more other here where it comes to YouTube taxes and YouTube and high yield savings accounts. So not too shabby. I'm not mad at that at all. But now we got to get to the expenses, y'all. Okay. So we're going to do the same type of setup. I'm going to go ahead and just do it off camera so it doesn't take up all y'all time. Because I know she knows. And I know she knows. So let me do that and then we'll get into the expenses. Okay, now that we have our actual expenses set out, so what we have is April, May, and June, bills, student loans, and IRA, which is our Roth IRA. And then we have food, gas, and emergency fund. So the previous quarter, I did put our his and hers, but we don't really do that so much anymore. So just because we kind of don't, I don't want to say we don't need it, but it was mostly for like a life together. We started doing that when we were dating and like to pay for the wedding. So you know, it is what it is. Okay, so let's pull out our handy dandy planner. And where's the pen? Oh, here's the pen. Okay, so we can see the bills here. These are the fixed expenses. We actually spent $2,877.37. I will say this. I feel like April, May, June is going to be worse than the first quarter because we were paying for couples therapy in the first quarter for sure. But what is it? Why is it going to be worse? I think our life insurance is going to make it worse. We were trying to figure it out, but you know, and then with the phone bill going up, all the things, y'all, all the things. So here we go. Okay, so when it comes to bills, you are the father. No, okay, so when it comes to bills, we spent $2,877.37. Let me make sure you guys can see this. And let's write her down for April. Okay, so we have $2,877.37. And that's for April. Let's go into the student loans for April. Let me just do this so it can be easier seen here. When it comes to student loans, we spent or gave $3,266. I'm about to laugh because look at this ticket. I know my husband got a ticket. It's really the cameras
the speeding cameras in New Orleans that gets him every time. It's never really, let me knock on wood, it's never really like an actual cop. But anyways, so for April, for student loans, we actually gave $3,266. I love that. I love that this number is higher than that. And keep in mind, this is extra payments, okay? Because we actually have our bill within the bill, okay? Like O loan, Mo loan, that's how much our bill is. His bill's $300, my bill's $197. So I'm excited. Okay, so when it comes to IRA, my husband gave $582, and then I gave $582. So we're gonna say 582 times 2. That's gonna be $1,164. So we're gonna put that there, $1,164. And then we're gonna move to this one just because I wanna make sure we can just do April all at once. When it comes to food, ooh, I'm disgusted. Look at that, $601.77. Y'all, and you would have thought we was eating caviar. I promise you we weren't. I think really April probably did that because we had to go out of state for our wedding. And I don't know. I don't have a reason. I was gonna lie to y'all, but let me not lie. Now, gas between the both of us, I said it was $95.64. So that's actually not bad. Even when we traveled, we put that in our traveling / his and her fund. So it was included. Okay, so when it comes to emergency fund, we gave $1,010.65, which was my husband's because I was not saving any money towards my emergency fund. He was still trying to get his up to $10,000, which he is now at. So y'all, these numbers are crusty, dusty, and rusty. Let's put this back in here and let's move on to the month of May, y'all. Okay. And it's also interesting to see like the different things that's going on in life that you go through and how it affects your money, okay? Because whether you're getting married, whether, you know, there's an event, God forbid somebody passed away, you got to go out of town. Like the numbers definitely, it's not a one size fits all. And I love when people say, oh, you should do the same thing every month. Realistically, yes, but like life really just be lifing out here. I don't understand what y'all don't understand. I don't get it. Okay, so when look at that. So when it comes to when it comes to bills, we're higher, and I think it was because of life insurance here, which we was only at $44.24 at the time. So June is gonna be even higher and higher. Also, look, our internet was lower, and we still, I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, just life be lifing. So not $2,877.37. However, we actually spent $3,054.46. When it comes to our student loans, we gave an extra $2,256. Look at this pen, don't die on me. Okay, and then when it comes to our IRA, my husband gave $582, I gave $582. I think that's the same number before, but let me just times 2. Yes, it is $1,164. I think we're pretty consistent with the IRA. $1,164. Like, please. I thought we were doing decent. Like, it has some ink. Okay. And then the next one is going to be food. Look, we were under in May. See, we was over in April and we had to be under in May. I see now that, but we wasn't under enough to equate to that 600 because that's ridiculous. Okay, so $368.39. Then when it came to gas, he spent $75 and then I spent $66.92. I think this is when gas also started going up. So let's see, we got 75 plus 66.92, $141.92 for gas, $141.92. And then when it comes to emergency funds, it was just $446 for my husband. Because again, I'm not putting too much towards mine, so $446. Okay, now we're going into the month of June. And we're gonna start off with the bills. Oh, look. Okay, I don't understand. I don't know what it is, y'all. I mean, not no. Because look, on this, our electricity was also a higher amount, but the phone wasn't $180 like I expected it to be. Okay, yeah, so we were $2,882. We're in the same ballpark ish. You know, we're not too far off when we're higher or lower, but I would like consistency, but like, again, realistic. Like, we gotta be realistic. Okay, so $2,882.30 towards bills. When it comes to student loans, look at that. Isn't she just pretty? Isn't she pretty? Okay, $3,819.34. We went in on student loans in the month of June. Like, shout out to us. And then $582 and $582 for IRA. That's $1,164. $1,164. Love that for us. Whew, went over in food. I will say, I do try my best to like shop the deals, but the deals just don't be dealing for real. People be like, oh, you got to get a coupon. The coupons don't be couponing. Also, it's usually on like packaged food that's not good for you. My best friend says we don't shop on the inside of the store. We shop on the outskirts. Basically meaning like we don't do a lot of frozen food. We don't do a lot of packaged food. We get fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, like we do some meat. We're one of those people, we don't do too much canned food, and we need to. I think that like it could help. I feel like we definitely save money in the cold months because we're probably gonna eat, you know, soups or whatever, they're like chili, because that's black beans are affordable, all the things. But we usually, the problem is we go for the fresh fruit. I can't stand the taste of frozen fruit in a smoothie. Like, it has an aftertaste. Like, I don't know. Call me bougie. I'm not trying to be, but I'm just saying, like, this is a struggle. Okay, when it comes to gas, we got 80 and 80. Okay, so we getting higher and higher every month. 80 and 80, that's 160. And again, this is the summer month, so I guess I don't expect any better or whatever. And then we're gonna do emergency fund. And so for my husband, that was only $200. Yes, for June. And then, so let's go over the numbers for June. Not for June. Let's go over numbers for April, May, June expenses and see what we're looking like. So first thing, we have $2,877.37 for bills in April. And then we're gonna add $3,054.46. And then we're gonna add, I just pressed it a lot, y'all, $2,882.30. So we spent a little under $10,000, $8,814.13 on bills. I don't know, we'll see, because I don't know how I feel. Is that normal? I don't know. So when it comes to student loans, $3,266 plus $2,256 plus $3,819.34. Okay, so we spent more on student loans than we did on bills. Not mad at that. That's $9,341.34. That's struggling. I'm struggling with that. It's killing me. So we got IRA $1,164, and we're gonna times that by 3. So we have given $3,492 to our Roth IRAs. Now this is for him and me, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and get into the food of it all. Yuck. No. So we got 601, okay, .77 for April. And we're gonna add 368.39 for May, 368.39. Then we're gonna add $472.15. So we spent almost $1,500 for 3 months worth of food between 2 people. Gross. $1,442.31. Okay, let's check the gas out. So we got 160 going from the bottom up. Then we're gonna add 141.92. Then we're gonna add $95.64. So almost $400 for 3 months. So that's, and then I was gonna write 4. Let me just say how much it is. So it's $397.56. Okay, and this is for my husband's emergency fund because again, I was fully, like, I was at a good number and he wanted to reach his 10,000, so that's $1,010.65 in April. And then we're gonna plus $446. Then we're gonna add 200. So my husband, that was $1,656, and it's a lot of 5 and 6. $1,656 and then 65 cents. Yes. Okay, so how do we feel about this? I'm trying to assess my emotions, what I want to say, what I like, what I don't like. I think I'm definitely going to compare it to Q1. We saw the income already. We could talk about the bills. Let's get into the bills. This one. Let's get into the bills of it all. And I knew it, because look, January, our bills were only $2,652. $2,652 compared to $2,877. It's gone up a couple hundred for sure. It's gonna be the electricity that's going up higher because it's hot. Okay, 1, 2, that life insurance, and that's something I'm not willing to waver on. We need life insurance. Life is fleeting, and it's a lot of stuff going on in the world, so I get that. But if you don't know, we are on a fire journey, and in my mind, our goal is to lessen our bills. We do have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. My husband and I have been talking about downsizing because we probably don't need the other bedroom. We really got it because my husband was like, oh, our family's gonna come visit. Just newsflash, when you stay in a city that people say they want to visit, they're gonna tell you they're gonna visit, and they don't come often. Okay, so we did re-sign this apartment though because they weren't going up on our rent, and so like, why not? But the idea of going to a 1-bedroom satisfies me, to be real with you. So there's that. May, I have no idea why it's so much freaking higher. I hate that for us. It's like every month it gradually got higher. I think really probably the electricity, but also we did put ourselves on like one of those electricity scale things. Oh, and then the phone bill, which initially was my mom and myself, and then we added my husband, and then we got newer phones, so I knew that was gonna go up. Now that went up. Okay, because I was paying like $130, now it's like $177 or something like that, so that for sure has gone up. Disappointed in that, but life is lifing. Student loans, we gave a total of $4,600. We gave 9. You know what, I love this for us. Okay, this is a big jump. The progress on what we gave in Q2 for our student loans, I'm super duper proud of that. I know in Q1 we were saving for a wedding, so we probably weren't putting as much, but in Q2 we showed out. I love that for us. For when it comes to IRA, these 2 months we were on track, but that in March we did give a little less because again we were putting money towards our his and hers, which was for the wedding. Okay, let's see the next one. So we have emergency fund, gas, and food. And so here, let's see, food. Ooh, I'm confused. Okay, so 14 and then 8. Okay, so we are over in food. We spent way more money on food in the second quarter than we did the first quarter. Gas, same thing. Look at that. We barely went anywhere. Or gas was probably getting cheaper, to be honest with you. But you know, when there's summer months, gas prices go up. It is what it is. And then when it comes to emergency fund, we gave more to my husband's emergency fund, and maybe or mine. I don't think I added anything in the first quarter, but I could have. But $1,900 versus the $1,600. So I can see the fluctuation, okay? I obviously see the income is different, but we did have like a magic month or whatever people call it when you get 3 paychecks in the first quarter. So can we do better? Yes. I don't really see a way for us, you know, reducing our bills just quite yet until we move. I'm gonna be real. So we either need to stay within our same apartment or housing situation and just go to a 1-bedroom, or I don't know, something or another. We're gonna have to figure it out, because yeah. But we're just trying to be consistent with what we got going on. The main goals are to pay down our student loans and to fully fund our IRA. So I think we're on the track for that. Those are 2 things we're definitely consistent on. I will say a lot of extra money, definitely that other YouTube, and between like my high yield savings account definitely goes towards student loans. So I think that's probably why, because we brought in more. We brought in over $2,000 in the second quarter. That's probably why this second quarter we've been able to give more to our student loans. But yes, so that is Q2 for us. This is our progress. A 10 out of 10 recommend. You guys go over your progress, your income, your expenses, what you've done, assess it, maybe even make goals for the next quarter. I'm not really making goals quite yet for the next quarter because I don't really know what I want to happen yet, but outside of our regular schedule program. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another one. Bye.